Hey guys, it's Kammy and I'm doing a 50 fact about me tag. It's quite hard to say there. I found it pretty hard to think of 50 facts. I got bored at like 25 and just wrote shit after that basically. But I tried my best and I'm just going to get right into it. So fact number 1 is that I was born on the 31st of May. I was early, I think. Yeah, I was early, and for a while, like a few years ago, I kept forgetting that and thinking I was born on the 30th of May, and I told everyone that and basically ended badly. Number 2, I was born in Glasgow. I was raised here and probably will never leave here. Number 3, I have a really big family. Like if I was to write down the list of everyone, even people I haven't met, it'd probably be about 90 or more people. Number 4. I don't own that many clothes. Like, I don't own clothes, obviously, but they're all, like, cheap clothes that are really easy to buy because my weight goes up and down all the time. So I basically, like, live in leggings and t-shirts so that they don't kind of restrict for my weight until I get to a nice weight, and then I'll buy clothes. Number 5, I suffered from seizures when I was younger. I think I had my last seizure when I was about 9. And they were brought on by, like, fear and pain and getting scared and like frights and stuff like that. Number 6, I hate people that are dressed up, like people you meet at Disneyland dressed up as Mickey Mouse and Goofy. I can't deal with it. Also can't deal with clowns. I hate it with a passion. It freaks me out so much. Number 7, and this is pretty embarrassing, but I think it is, but I don't really care. I have to pee like 20 times a day, and I don't know why. Sometimes it can be more than that, and I've never understood why I have to do it so often, but I do. Number 8, I've been abroad roughly 12 times in my life, like to France and Spain and Greece. I've never left Europe, but yeah, had pretty good childhoods travelling around places. Number 9, next June I'm hopefully volunteering for 2 weeks in Ghana, teaching at a primary school. So I'm really looking forward to that if I get to do it. We'll find out in October if I'm able to try and get into it. Number 10, I have a pen pal in Australia named Madison. I've been talking to her for quite a few months now and she seems really nice and I'm quite excited about it. Number 11, I have a dog named Cleo and she's a Yorkie Jack Russell mix. She's amazing, she's pretty big. She seems to think she's a human and not a dog at all. She's pretty spoiled as well. Right, number 12, when I was 6, I had a hamster called Hammy. I wasn't very, creative. And my hamster had 9 babies just after we got her. So I had, 10 hamsters at once. And then we had to get rid of loads of them, and I kept one of the babies and called it Snowy. And then, traumatically, when I was on holiday in Greece, it died of cancer. Like cancer tumours and stuff, and it was pretty devastating, but Mum says I got over it pretty quickly and asked if I could have a rabbit. I feel bad for Snowy. Number 13, I'm obsessed with falafel. I love falafel. It's one of my favourite foods. Number 14, I consider myself quite a good baker of cakes. Probably tell I'm quite a plump person. I make a lot of cakes for people's birthdays and stuff. Like, I made a cake for my girlfriend's birthday, and this was it. It was supposed to be a gay pride cake, but I missed out the purple because it didn't come out right, so I had to just leave it. So I made her a birthday cake and loads of cupcakes that spelled out happy birthday and stuff. So I also made my own cake last year. So I consider myself quite a good wee cake maker. Number 15, I'm obsessed with Kristen Stewart. I've seen every single one of my movies. She probably thinks I'm a stalker, but I love her so much. I love her. I just love her. Number 16, when Twilight ended, I went to go see all of the movies, marathon, when the last one came out, and I cried when the last one finished. It was just amazing. It was brilliant. But I cried, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Number 17, even though I don't do it, I love cheerleading. I love watching it. I'm getting excited right now because at the end of April there's the big competition. It's called Worlds, basically just World Championships. I'm so excited for it, even though I don't cheerlead, but I wish I could. I really do wish I could. 18, I was raised in a Catholic family. I went to Catholic primary schools, I went to Catholic high school, I went to church with my school. I had my christening, my confirmation, my communion, but when I went into high school, I ruined it by not believing anymore, constantly questioning my teachers, and they really didn't like me for it. But I don't believe in God. That's just the way I am, that's just the way I think. My family don't really seem to care, so it doesn't really matter. Number 19, my favourite colour is yellow. Such a bright, happy colour. I have yellow clothes in my house, like yellow hoodie, yellow dress. I was Pikachu at Halloween, so that I could be all yellow. I had a yellow face and I made my own ears and stuff. It was amazing. Number 20, I love big dogs. Like if I could own like boxers and Great Danes and stuff like that, I would. But obviously I live in a small house and I would have a small dog, so I can't. 21, I was the first member. I don't know if I was the first member of the entire thing, but I know I was definitely the first member of my local one. It was a group when I was younger called the Beavers. It's a pretty shit name. It's kind of like you have like Boy Scouts and you have the rainbows and the brownies and stuff like that. But I was the first female in my local one for like 3 years or something. But I absolutely loved it. I didn't care. I was the only girl there. 22, I hated school. I hated school that much that I left, and I went to college last year. I basically did the same thing as school, so it doesn't really matter, but I just hated the controllingness, especially because it was a Catholic school, everything was about religion. It was horrible, I hated it so much. 23 is ironically that I hate the number 23. I'm actually scared of the number. A lot of people in my family are very suspicious of it. Like people have died on it or numbers have added up to it, and I just don't like it at all. Number 24, I have very weak joints in my hips and my knees. They pop out constantly and we don't really know why. Like I came home from school once and I threw myself onto the couch and my knee popped out. Normally if I move pretty fast and stand up again, it just pops right in without me feeling it, but this time I started laughing and I didn't get up, and then it got that bad that I couldn't move at all. I couldn't put it back in, so we had to call an ambulance. It was horrible to do it because, it wasn't an emergency, but I couldn't move, so they brought in the gas and air and stood me up, and I was fine after that, but it happens all the time. Number 25 is that I'm scared of heights, but not like big heights. I can go on roller coasters and planes and love looking down. I love being up high, but like small heights, like little tiny walls, I can't jump off of them. I have to sit down and then step off. It's really confusing and really weird. It makes me look like a freak. Number 26 is that I want to be a biologist when I'm older. Hopefully a molecular and cellular biologist. Just anything to do with biology, I love it. Number 27 is that at the front of my head, right here, my hair is falling out. It has been for about a year and a half. It's really, really thin and kind of got little tiny bald patches right here that covered over. It's pretty horrible, but gotta go on with it. Number 28 is that I want to visit North Korea because it just seems so interesting. I know there's a lot of hassle with North Korea right now, but it just seems like it would be such an interesting place to go to see what is so different about, obviously, Scotland, but I think it would just be amazing to visit. 29 is that I love everything Scottish apart from haggis. I hate haggis. But I love kilts. I love seeing men wear kilts. I love bagpipes, the sound of them. I love all our different foods like potato scones and square sausages and just everything that just seems so disgusting to the rest of the world. I absolutely love it. When I was number 30, when I was little, I used to smile with just my bottom teeth because I don't know, I didn't smile with my top teeth. So my smiles used to look like that. You see pictures of me when I was little, it's quite ridiculous. 31 is that I am a registered organ donor for when I die, and I'm also a registered bone marrow donor with Anthony Nolan. It's Anthony Nolan, right? Oh my god, I can't remember. I just know that I'm registered with them, and if they give me a call, I've been matched with someone that I can hopefully help. 32 is that I have 3 piercings, or I had 3 piercings. I have the bottom of my ears pierced. I did have my tragus on this side pierced, but I ripped it out when I was asleep. And then I had an industrial bar across here. but like people kept hitting it, and people kept pulling at it, and I kept pulling at it, and ended up getting really badly infected, so I had to take it out from like my ear fell off or something. So I have like no piercings left anymore. 33 is that I love horses. Obsessed with horses. I used to go horse riding when I was little. I did work experience at horse stables where basically I just cleaned horses. It was amazing. 34 is that I have bendy thumbs. You can see like my thumb is like overly bent. Like normally people can only get it to like there, but I can bend mine all the way back naturally and just push it. So it's pretty weird, I think. I've not seen anyone else that can do it properly, so I don't know. 35 is that I've moved 3 times in my whole life around Scotland. I first lived in Bridgeton, and then I lived in Springburn, and and then I lived in Rutherglen. And I've lived in Rutherglen ever since I was 7 or 8. 36 is that I love American TV shows. Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, Friends, Rules of Engagement, Scrubs, anything like that. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. The New Normal is my new favourite one. I'm obsessed with that as well now. 37 is that I'm quite liberal. I'm not judgmental of anyone, and I'm very laid back about what I believe in, and that everyone should have second chances and all that sort of stuff. 38 is that I really want blue hair, and I attempted to have blue hair, but it went awfully wrong. When I was trying to bleach it, I basically ended up with ginger hair, and then I had to dye brown over it, which is why my hair's quite like, I don't know, it's quite orangey when it's in light. You can't see it on camera, but it's really orange and light. 39 is when I was younger, I really wanted to be a princess, and I was set on being a princess for quite a while. Like, normally children were having like normal-ish aspirations, like I want to be an astronaut or pilot. At least you can actually be that. The chances of me being a princess are nil. Absolutely nil. Number 40 is that for my birthday this year, I'm going to London for my 2nd time, and I'm so excited for it. I can't wait. 41 is that my favourite musical is Wicked. When I went to go see it with my school, I was nearly in tears at the end. I just thought it was beautiful and amazing, and I was singing along to all the songs. It was amazing. I loved it so much. 42 is that I have a massive DVD collection. I have like, well, it's massive to me. I don't know anybody else has on my DVDs. I have like 250 DVDs. Some of them I haven't even watched yet, just sitting there still on their cell phone. 43 is that I collect Diva magazines. Diva is a magazine for lesbian and bisexual women. I think it's a very good magazine. The stories in it are great and tells you a lot that you need to know. 44 is that I will argue with anyone about the death penalty until I die. I am so against the death penalty, it's unbelievable. So I will argue with anyone about that. 45 is that I'm obsessed with Iron Brew, and if you don't know what Iron Brew is, Google it. It's amazing. It's this orange Scottish drink. It's fizzy. It tastes amazing. It's just brilliant. You need to try and find it if you haven't had it, because it's amazing. 46, pretty disgusting, but I have never actually been sick since I was 7, so that's 10, nearly 11-year record, and I link that with psychologically, like when I was 7 I had a fit after I was sick, so I think psychologically my brain stops me from being sick because it panics into thinking it's going to have another seizure. I'm not complaining. I think it's quite a great record. I wonder if anyone else has it. 47 is that I will choose comfort over fashion any day of the week. Like really, I don't care. I will live in leggings and comfy socks and Uggs and t-shirts for my whole life. I don't care. If it looks good and it's comfy, that's a bonus. 48 is that I had braces for like 3 or 4 years, and I still have gaps in the bottom. Like, they didn't really do a very good job, and because of gaps in the top, I got fake teeth put in. Not completely fake, but these two bits of them are fake to give me a straighter smile. 48 is that I hate my country's Prime Minister with a passion. I hate David Cameron. He tries to act as if he's cool and as if he knows what it's like to live in my sort of life when he has no idea. He went to Eton, he went to high up university that I will never get the chance of going to. He is one of the richest. He's very, very rich, and he acts as if he knows what my life is like when he has no clue, not a single clue. I really don't like him and tries to act cool. And my last one, number 50, is that I want my country to have independence. And we're currently right now talking about getting independence, and we are voting next September, I think it is. And I'll be voting yes on that campaign. I'm very excited. I really hope we get it. And if we don't, I'll cry. So that is my 50 facts about me. Hopefully it wasn't completely boring. So thank you for watching. I will probably be back next week with Courtney.